This absolutely beautiful knife is the Artisan Cutlery Centauri. This is designed by Ray Laconico and is produced by Artisan Cutlery. I find this to be an absolutely stunningly beautiful knife, despite its carbon fiber and, well, Damascus steel. Not a huge fan of that either. I've been wanting to get my hands on this ever since it came out. This came to me through the Pass Around group, and I've been hogging it. Sorry, everyone downstream from me. I've had this for about 3 weeks, and I'm gonna let it go tomorrow, but it's gonna be hard to do. I really adore this thing, and it's this is exactly my type of gentleman knife. It still has a considerable amount of menace in the design, but it's stunningly beautiful. It's thin. It's simple. I mean, I think that's part of why I find it so appealing. It's very simple design, but somewhat aggressive, very classy, and kind of understated in that Ray Laconico design fashion. The materials themselves, actually, this carbon fiber, I find quite, I like it a lot. I'm ordinarily not too into the carbon fiber, and then this patterning I find beautiful too. So I really like the way these materials, which I don't ordinarily gravitate towards, really like how they dress up this design. Now this design in like a tumbled black blade with tan micarta would be cool. You could do anything with this design, but it is so very slick that I feel like these slick materials really suit it. And speaking of suits, this would make a great tuxedo knife. You know, you're going to a wedding, and you just want to, you know, what would James Bond carry to a wedding? Maybe something like this. Yeah, I kind of wish this were mine. It's not, and I've been kind of half-heartedly looking for one. It's kind of, I feel like I wouldn't carry it much, but it is something that I would just like to possess. And right now I can't allow that to be a good enough reason to really hunt one down and get it. Those are kind of criteria for my knives anyway, shallow as that might sound. But if that is going to be the criteria, it may as well be something I'm actually going to carry with some frequency. And I do know that this one would not get the attention it deserves. The front flipper action on this is excellent. Excellent. Nothing about it is tricky. I haven't had too many, well, all of my Emersons, most of my Emersons I can front flip, but that's incidental front flipping. I had the Metamorph, and that was cool and it worked well, but man, I poked my palm a million times on that thing. This is just intuitive and smooth, and I think benefiting from models like the Metamorph and other front flippers that have come before it. And you know, the design is just right. The way the handle, once it gets past the pivot, the handle kind of shies away from you know, it angles itself back, allowing you better clearance for that nicely generous front flipper that doesn't really cause any, it doesn't show any, well, it doesn't increase the footprint of this thing much at all. And so consequently, the action is just very, very good. And I like to do it like this too, just like with your forefinger, or with my forefinger. I don't do it with yours. I mean, really, a very, very beautiful knife. I don't really have anything like it to compare it to. I don't have anything with this kind of blade material, and I have, you know, few carbon fiber. But that's not good for comparison. So what I'm going to do is show a couple of things that people might have next to it. I happen to have this awesome Kershaw Leak. This used to be mine, and then my wife sort of acquired it, and she brought it in for maintenance, so it's getting a spot job. So bigger than that 3-inch So you can see it's a almost 3.5 inch, or what is the 3.4 inch, 3.5 inch blade. Here it is with a standard size Swiss Army knife, my new Pioneer X, which I love. And then here are some less run-of-the-mill knives that are just kind of unique and maybe make me think, they're kind of, I would keep them on the same shelf if I had the Centauri in my own collection. Here it is with a Niche Designs Ingress. Such a cool knife, and very unique, beautifully constructed, thin, light as hell, especially for what it is, and extremely useful. So that's a cool comparison, even though this isn't not readily available. Here it is with a malware. This is Best Tech. And also a thin, light, unique kind of knife you could wear with a suit, or you're all dressed to the nines, and you slip this in your pocket. You'll be in good shape. Same thing with this Centauri. And actually, I've done no cutting with this Centauri whatsoever. But to look at it, that's a nice broad blade. It's nice thin blade stock, and that's quite a high saber grind or flat grind. So I think this thing is very, very sharp, and I think it's optimized for slicing, the way that blade is ground. So, but I don't know. I haven't even carried it. I've had it 3 weeks, and I've just been drooling over it basically. But I feel weird about carrying pass-around knives, because if I lost it, it would be very, very difficult to replace, especially this one right now, because I can't find it anywhere. A couple of other unique models. Here it is with my Mike Emler modified Spidey Chef. Kind of same realm, that super thin, light, durable, do-it-all, slicey, unique blade kind of knife. And mine, I think the Spidey Chef is a unique blade as it is. I had mine even uniquer. Here it is with a 0055. Maybe this is stretching it, but an interesting design nonetheless, and something that I've always considered a bit more of a classy, kind of dressy knife. You might wear this to an art opening, or I say wear, like that's kind of the frame of mind. This is knife as luxury item, knife as fashion. Knife as definitely durable tool, but I mean, look at it. Knife as fashion for sure. And not the most comfortable thing to work with for too long. But a beautiful knife and unique, and I think I would probably keep these all on the same shelf if this were my knife. But lo, it is not. One more to show you, and this is my only Artisan, and it's not technically a knife. It's this kinetic tool with these really cool scales. I've always loved these scales. This was a birthday gift a couple of years back from my most excellent brother-in-law, James. And what a cool thing. This is one of those things. My brother-in-law, James, just like my brother Vic, they get me great gifts that I would never think to get myself. Whoops, so I don't want to hit the Centauri. But you see this opens up like a Bally song, and you've got all you got your screwdriver or your pain compliance tool, whatever you want to call that. Some measurements here, and a hex wrench and a cap lifter. I'm not sure what this is for. Probably turning some sort of maybe it's for tuning a guitar. I don't know. I don't think it's that. I think it's for maybe turning something, like a key on some sort of machinery or something. But right here, it's got this really cool mechanism where you can just open it like a switchblade. So Artisan Cutlery does some really, really cool stuff. This is awesome, but this is a honey, and it was my honey for 3 weeks or so, and now I move this honey along. I'm not sure who it's going to, but enjoy it. And like what you said to the new guy when you were in high school, and the new guy took your girlfriend, and you said, "Take care of her, man. Take good care of her." And he's like, "Shut up." So that's what I'm saying about this. Whoever gets this next, enjoy it. What a beauty. And in the meantime, I'll keep my eye out. Maybe, who knows? Maybe they come out with the perfect version that I have yet to find. So there you have it. Take care.